Fortnite just completely removed Siphon from everything. Not only that, they made a tweet today confirming that all the new rank settings that we have been playing are going to be in tournaments as well. So what you can expect going forward is all the crazy mythics like the lightsabers, all the vehicles, grenades, heavy snipers, all those items that have been out of competitive for a while now are all being brought back. And as you can imagine, people are not very happy. Let's talk about why this is and what I think it's going to mean for the future of Fortnite competitive. Let's go through the actual tweet to catch you up to speed in case you missed it. Fortnite status tweeted out, PSA, you can expect all the gameplay features introduced with rank to be the same in tournaments. Material caps at 500, harvesting rates slightly increased, players drop 50 of each material when eliminated, and health and shield siphon on elimination disabled. They also went on to say they will continue to monitor tournaments and make changes to loot and other gameplay features as needed. So that means the Champions Console Cup, which is starting today as of this video going live, the Duo Cash Cups later this week, the Solo Cash Cups later this week, they are all going to be played in the exact same playlist as ranked. So right now, everything you get when you play ranked, all the crazy mythics, all the crazy items, no siphon, that is exactly what you're going to be getting in tournaments, and it looks like that's what Epic wants to be doing going forward. But why would they want this? What are they actually hoping to achieve? I need to make this very clear. I want to give you guys an insight into why Epic is making these decisions. I'm not saying this is what I think is a good decision. I just want to give you guys an idea of what Epic is trying to do. They want pubs and competitive to be identical because they think that'll get more people into competitive because they'll understand it, whether it be viewership or whether it just be player base. Little Timmy will have an easier way of getting into competitive if everything is the same as they know it from public matches. And this isn't entirely wrong. Again, I would much rather if the loopholes were split more heavily, but that's what Epic's going for. Also, as far as why would they remove Siphon when so many people in the community love it? Again, Epic is making a decision they think will increase the player base of competitive. They're trying to get more casuals into competitive. If as a result, a large portion of the competitive community quit, but even more people fill their places, they won't be upset about that. I know it's hard to hear. You've been grinding this game for 5 years. You've dedicated your life to it. You love this game. Your opinion should be worth more than a brand new day one player. But in Epic's eyes, it's just not. If anything, day one brand new players are more likely to buy cosmetics and make more money from Epic Games. I don't think they would be concerned at all if half the pro community quit if they were filled with casuals who are still playing the same tournament. And I know a lot of people are being really dramatic with this. I know removing Siphon is not going to mean that all of a sudden Little Timmy, brand new player, is going to be able to beat Queasy and Venno. I get that. The best pros are still going to come out on top. They're still going to win tournaments, but it does give more hope to those up and coming pros who are then going to play tournaments and get into competitive. And for that reason, you could say this is a bit of a positive. I would much rather them keep things in the game like Siphon and split competitive and casuals, but still have a way of getting casuals into competitive. The ranked game mode would be a great way of doing that. Like, hey, I know you're new to competitive. There's some crazy new settings like siphoning. There's not as many crazy items, but why don't you just play against bronze players to learn that? And then you go up the ranks, then you play tournaments, and it still gets you into it. They can be different while still bringing casuals into competitive, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of why Epic is making these decisions. If you take the mindset that Epic doesn't care about the best player winning the game, they don't care about the game being entirely competitive, every decision they've ever made or the ones they're recently making makes sense. Also, if you are a more casual player and you don't know why everyone's freaking out, Siphon's not that important, you have legendary slurps, there's crazy meds in the game, I also get that argument as well. I think what a lot of people are freaking out about is just the general direction of competitive. Like I just said, that mindset that anyone can win a game, the best player doesn't always have to win, putting on tournaments like the Solo Victory Cup, which is geared towards giving money to players who aren't maybe the best player, but they have one good game. That whole mentality some people don't agree with. And I agree with some parts and I don't agree with others. I love Fortnite as a game and I truly think it is at its best when there's a balance between being competitive and being goofy. I've loved the last couple of seasons because there's some goofy stuff in the game. A lot of people hated the hammers. It was one of my favorite seasons in a really, really long time. So I don't want to go the ultra competitive route where every game there's only an assault rifle, a shotgun, an SMG, and meds. There is no fun items. There's nothing crazy and it's 100% competitive. That's never what I've wanted for Fortnite. And when I have wanted the metas to be more competitive, and then I got that, I was disappointed. But I still think things like Siphon that will allow for a bit more fun aggression aren't really the things they should be targeting to take out the game. I really do want to get more casuals into competitive. I want to see the competitive scene flourish, but I don't know if this is exactly the right decision to do it. I am scared for future seasons when there are crazy items in the game, but I think it looks even worse right now than what it will be in future seasons because there's so many crazy items right now. I don't know if Epic deliberately did this to just give like a full, like, let's just go, jump straight into the deep end. Let's give them lightsabers of 3 different kinds. Let's have crazy vehicles. Let's have heavy snipers. Let's have grenades. Let's have ODM. Let's have katanas, which have bugs right now that can one-shot you. Like, there is a lot of crazy stuff in the game. If we just have, like, you know, 1 or 2 goofy crazy items and then no Siphon, I don't think the game is going to be absolutely terrible. I don't think it's going to be completely dead. And if it gets more casuals into competitive, overall, you could argue that's a W. I'm not trying to just be positive Andy here. You guys know this. I'm going to hear this. How much did they pay you? I'm just trying to look for some positives in this situation so it's not just all completely doom and gloom. And I want to talk to you. If you like these changes, if you are happy with the direction of competitive, you're more likely to get into it now because you think it's more accessible to you as a casual player, that is awesome. Just because I think it might be worse for the game for me personally, or just because a lot of pros think it might be terrible, if you're enjoying the game, that's fine too. Just in case you're playing in the Champions Console Cup today or they haven't fixed it by the duo and solo cash cups this weekend, one thing that is out of tournaments that is still in ranked end pubs is the Katana. They've removed it because there's a bug right now where you can instantly kill someone using the Katana, and people are abusing this bug and they don't want it in the tournaments. Unfortunately, they've still left it in the ranked game mode, so people are using this against you. I'm sorry to tell you, you're just out of luck. There's nothing you can do to counter it. I will have you know though, a lot of people using this bug could potentially be banned for this. This is the kind of bug they've banned for in the past, like duplicating the slurp juices way back whenever that was. So don't mess around with it, but in case you're going down to it, I'm sorry to tell you. However, Champions Console Cup today, you guys are losing some mobility, but you're also gaining it. I have made this video yesterday. I know that's weird, but by the time this has been edited and posted, I believe you will have the Spider-Man gauntlets in the game. So hopefully that's going to make it a little bit easy for you to rotate now the Katana is out of the game.